Honorable MD and CEO, Shri Nagabhushan Garu, your office bearers, and the resource person over here, plus all the participants. I was very thrilled that this was a very silent week where you all enjoyed being quite away from your house in this campus. I'm very sure your trainer also must have enjoyed this campus training all of you. The cause is very noble. The cause is the capacity building to augment the skill capabilities. All of you should just remember the very definition of skill. Skill is not the one which can be picked up by any textbook. Skill is not a syllabus. Skill is simultaneous application of your consciousness and knowledge into making a thing happening. As Joint Director was explaining that it has got to be instantaneous solution. The skill has got to knock out instantaneously, and it cannot be chapter by chapter. It has got to be a simultaneous flow. All right? And the skill has got to happen right straight from your brain into the fingertips quickly. The decision making has got to be so quick, and the alternatives have got to be found out instantaneously. So skill is the ability of transforming your knowledge into responding to the situation which is present in front of you. So that is what is the skill. Skill, obviously, capacity building could be possible, but skill cannot be a syllabus. Skill has got to be your intrinsic orientation to solve a problem. Intrinsic orientation, it has got to be a commitment to solve a problem. All right? You have got to be aware, you have got to be very critical about looking at it. And it is, in a sense, crisis management. But even in the crisis management, even if the total time admissible is only, let us say, 60 seconds, within 60 seconds you have got to respond. Let us assume, like in military applications. Even then, don't forget that there are 60 seconds. Just don't get carried away that it has got to be done in 60 seconds, but look at it that there are 60 seconds available, meaning still you can invest 30 seconds in planning a solution. So skill, although is instantaneous, though infinitesimally small instant could be, within that instant you should keep your brain, you should train your candidates to keep the brain quite calm, and within that next 15 to 30 seconds, they should be immediately be able to make out a layout and a plan. Only then he will be successful. The one who jumps into the fire cannot be successful. The one who in first 12 seconds thinks in which direction he has got to jump into the fire and how he has got to come out of the fire, he is the one who has got the excellent skill. Therefore, first in the capacity building, the very first stage is the problem solver, the person who gets into the skill has got to remain cool. He should not just get perplexed. He should be very cool, because even if he has got to do 15 minutes, first 5 minutes are essentially available for him to design, to plan, to think, to invest all his experience. Naturally, capacity building is experience building. Capacity building is not knowledge building. Knowledge building is knowledge is a database. Knowledge is a knowledge base. It keeps flowing. All right? But capacity building has got to be the wide variety of experiences that he would get. That is why, see, very simple. When you want to go to a doctor, why do you go to a very experienced doctor? Why don't you go to a very young doctor? Why you don't prefer a very young doctor? You go to an experienced doctor because his capacity has been very high. But look at the difference between a young doctor and an elderly doctor. Elderly doctor maintains that smile. Elderly doctor listens to you carefully, and then he would just tell you nothing has happened, and then he starts prescribing, or he will tell you something. Whereas the young doctor will get into panicking situation. First, he needs a treatment for the panic. So that's all. So you convey to all your people to remain cool. Any war can be won. After all, gold medal, silver medal, all these prizes happen. They just happen, provided your candidates who are going to compete shall remain cool and shall look into their problem. They shall not look into the neighborhood. They should not see this way or that way, what others have been doing, how others have been doing. They have got to focus on themselves, focus, plan, and know that even in that small amount of time, there is still half of the time which is still available for planning. If you can convince and if you can convey this to all your problem solvers, to all those who are going to attack from the front end, the job is done. All right? The job is done. Naturally, you have seen who is the greatest politician. The greatest politician, he is the one who certainly enacts his skill instantaneously at the most required time. But he will not lose temper. He will be cool and he plans. In fact, you could see any experienced IAS officer also would display that. Any experienced IAS officer, anybody would display that. And here also, when they go for the competition, they should not panic at all. All right? They should receive the problem. They still have enough time, cool, overall plan, layout, execute. That's all. It will happen. I'm very sure when I'm looking at you, I'm very sure you are all thrilled to be the resource persons. You are all thrilled to be the trainers. And you are surely going to be more concerned than the participants, because what is going to be tested is how we have trained them. Isn't it? What is going to be on jerk on the knee is how you have trained all of them, right? So again, you should also not panic. All right? You should also not panic, but your contribution is going to be a big trend setting for the youth of India, particularly from this region. I'm very happy that your CEO himself has come over here to motivate all of you, to inspire all of you. And then I'm very particularly, I got to recognize here the presence of Dr. Subbarao, who right from morning was compelling that I should attend this. Okay. Thank you very much for such a patient visit.